Alright, as we come back to A.C.O.S, I forget what number session this is. I swear I'm not a professional.
Interesting. Most people say the opposite. All right. Intriguing.
No, I admit that this is a hobby and I'm fucking stupid. I've just killed all monetization.
You had to begin with?
You're right. I was making like 1/1,000,000th of a penny. It's gonna take me longer now to pay off my house. Anyways, the party last time had to deal with a lot of tomfuckery. Something broke out of containment. There was a monster of questionable origin. Shadows were slowly going to take over the city. And Oberon essentially started pissing holy water as he flew to solve the problem.
It helped, didn't it?
Why did I
Eris, who's
dive
not
into that?
Eris is not here, who also fought his shadow. And a bad Mario joke went way too far. We come back with the party having had the afternoon to settle down. Oberon, you are handed a small club essentially that looks a bit like a billy club, but if it was designed to have like the Spider-Man suit on it
What the hell?
by Eris, who says it can cast web once.
Oh, okay. I'll put that in other possessions. Club of Web. Sure, why not?
So you do have that. It is a spell-infused item. I don't know what it
Is
actually
it,
is. He didn't tell me any other specifics. You have a spell-storing item for web, and it has been given to you.
is it like just once ever or once a day?
It goes based off the spell-storing thing for gosh darn artificers. So let me check. Spell-storing.
Am I just gonna cast this once and I just have a stick? Is that what's about to happen?
Well, let me see here.
I mean, like, I respect it, but like, damn it.
Here we go. Do.
I'm just gonna put the web spell in a tab for myself. There we go.
Tinkering. Making sure I have it. Infusing item. But yeah, so you do have that.
I am now a spider. I just need more legs.
But it looks like it is once, from my understanding. I will double check that later and make sure.
I don't think it'll really come up today, whether it's once or once a day. So
Yeah, but uh, with the day evening going on, there is a small notice given as you each earn as the party earns 100 Vumoth points for their tavern, and Mr. E earns 100 Vumoth points for. You spent most of your Vumoth points, didn't you? Because you were down to the 60, weren't you?
I didn't spend any
Not you.
points. Oh.
not you.
Yeah,
We
you
have a
were.
we have a pin for this. Yeah, we have a pin for this.
Yeah, no, it didn't get updated last time because I'm an idiot. So, because you spent all of it because you got that discount slip, except for the 60.
Yep. Yeah, because we burned most because it was gonna
So you're
expire
down
soon.
to
So you got
160 now. Good. Okay. Getting a slip from Belvita stating that you have You each have been awarded 100 Vermont points for assisting with the city's defense, as well as a invitation to a council meeting, as there has been a backer has set up a large fund and land for Savita, and as her essentially underlings, you all have to show up.
God, I love that Dragon King. All right, let's do this.
There's a small package that also arrives, and it can fit in the palm of your hand, Oberon. There's a card attached to it states that it's straight from the Dragon King.
Is it a rock from his land?
That'd be really funny. Is it marked to me, or is it just
It
like to
is
the
marked to
tavern?
the party.
Fuck it. Let's see what it is. Why not? What is this thing?
As you open it, out pops the box suddenly. As you take the lid off the box, it unfolds and unfolds and unfolds, like akin to a portable hole, but instead of it creating a hole in the ground, things pop up. There is a bag of the Juggernaut,
Okay.
which seems to be full, or at least
Okay.
have something in it. There is a rock from his home country, but in the form of a ruby that has his sigil carved into it.
I'll mark that as Dragon Country Ruby.
A short letter, as you also see his son and daughter walk in to begin work.
All right.
And finally, there is an assortment of small magic items. Common ones. Nothing big. I mean,
Stocking fillers, if you will.
there is a couple. There is there is Charlatan's Die, 3 cleansing stones,
I have 4 of these now.
a documency satchel,
Oh, that's a good one.
Erzat's Eye,
Odd.
and then there is a strange lock. It is not the lock of trickery, though.
I figured not, which is why I just put lock with a question mark.
Can I look into the bag of the Juggernaut?
You can!
Now, wait, Cameron, do you run normal Juggernaut rules?
It
for the
is
bag?
limitless almost, yes. And yes,
Yeah.
you cannot lift it without.
I was going to say, because you can't even open it without a 19 in strength. Because they're like,
Attempt to open it with my
3D.
16 strength.
It is too
Yeah,
heavy.
I'll open it. Because we had this issue in Wolf's fucking game where only one of us could carry the damn thing and use it because it's so goddamn heavy.
As you open it, do you just dump it out since you can't really see into it?
I'm terrified to dump this thing out when it's apparently full.
It's not full, but it is definitely got items in it.
I'll like slowly tip it over to see what comes out, and if a lot will stop.
Just a little bit, as you tip it over just a little bit, 200 gold casually falls out.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to do this not in the tavern itself, not in the foyer at least.
On top of the gold, there is a note.
Okay.
There's
What's
the
the note say?
equivalent of 90,000 gold in here.
Jesus Christ, we'll divvy that up later. I'm putting the 200 back in the bag. Jesus Christ.
The note also says, "Thank you for this is payment for the information. The items of the return are what I give you for returning my crown. A king must be merciful and kind."
Is he expecting me to lose an eye? He sent me a replacement eye.
Well, he might. He doesn't know if you're
What are
ever
we-
gonna need it. He's just like, I don't need this.
That's
What are we
fair.
dividing the 90,000 gold by 4?
Yeah. Yeah. Here, let me just. I'll make a note in chat
It's
after.
22,500 per.
Yeah. Yeah. So go for it.
There, a letter does also show up from the council from each of the members stating that they have rewards for you as well for your defense of the city that are not VP. But they will be meeting tomorrow, and this is your request to show up there. So you have the evening, the afternoon, evening, and tonight to do as you wish.
All right.
Savita is still in the spare bedroom, essentially sleeping because she has been through fucking hell.
She was kind of taken hostage by a god for a little bit. You know that. No, that checks out. Yeah. That was a very odd, specific thing that happened to her.
Can I
I
have
don't
one of the
think.
cleansing stones?
What do you? What I mean? Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give one to each person because I already have one, and we have 4 people.
What do they do?
It's literally exactly. It cleans things. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's literally just a cleaning item.
It cleans
Oh,
you and leaves you fresh and clean by
Now,
touching it. It is a fairly large stone, though.
yeah, it's supposed to be placed somewhere, but it only helps one by though with a thing like filth that isn't damaging you. So if
Mm-hmm.
you have like an oil hurting you, it's not gonna get it off.
Nope. Olga will request that instead of you all carrying them around, that she get one
I
to
mean,
place in the tavern.
but does she want to set up a pedestal? It goes on. It's kind of an orb. It's gonna roll if she doesn't make somewhere for it to sit.
She held out her hand for it.
I'll hand her one. We
She
don't really need
slams it
4.
into the counter hard enough that it creates an indent.
Harris is gonna have to fix that later.
It no longer roll. It is fine. She also then taps it and it seems to clean the counter. Fucking. I rolled for
Okay.
her to do this. This is the result of a nat 20 strength check to not break it. Enjoy for
That was a
randomness.
yeah. That was a decision. Are there any lower rank attunable items that I need right now? Because now's the time to get it, I guess. Don't need elemental arrows.
Harris will be up in his room working on things. Martha is sitting around waiting for their player.
I'm gonna bring the cleansing stone to my shop.
Alright, as you head to your shop, you see Sparksy is at the counter, and it is pretty quiet in your shop this evening. Especially
Hey,
given that right down
Sparksy.
the street, where you walk past where the fountain was, you see dwarves filling in a hole.
Not being surprised at all, but hey, Sparksy. Here is a cleansing orb for our shop.
Oh, cleansing stone. Yeah, they have these in the bathhouses. They usually run the water over them to purify it.
Well, we have one for our shop now.
I'll get it set into a pedestal or something near the dressing rooms, I guess, for the cloaks.
I look at the orb in my hand, going,
It
"Could
is
I
just a
smash
gray
it into the
granite stone
counter?"
with some
I
runes
just
carved
look at
into
it,
it.
going, "I wonder if I could smash it into the counter." Like, no, I can't. I
It it is
just
just a
hand it
rock.
to
It
Sparksy.
can break because common magic items can break just like normal items.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know, and that's why I was like, I can't do that.
Maybe don't do that if you don't want to lose the stone you just got.
Yeah,
I can technically, since now we have one that I can look at as well, we might be able to start offering them for sale.
if you're able to make them, that'd be fantastic.
I can probably make a much more pretty version as well, if you'd like.
Yeah, think of something that could also be stylish for a household bathroom or kitchen or something like that as well.
Alright. Chandra, by the way, is going to be out for a few days. She had to go deal with a bit of family drama.
And I hope everything's okay.
Mm, Her dad apparently started babbling when the fountain went flying.
Ah, he got affected. Great. Okay.
They're dealing with some clerics now. The city's even paying for
Okay.
it, which is very strange.
Well, you know how it is. If she needs any help, she's more than welcome to ask me. If I'm here, of course.
Mm-hmm. The grenades now also have the safety feature, like you asked me to put in them, even though it's boring. It
Do
is.
you have any for me?
She hands you three. These ones
Thank
are
you.
locked at dealing only 46.
Okay, thank you. I'll be giving them to Oberon.
Yeah, they also won't do any wild magic like Nomengard, but I can make those take longer to make.
I understand. So, all right. Well, don't work too hard since you're here alone.
Oh, I
You know where
have
to
this
find
as
me.
she snaps and a small homunculus floats out.
Of course you do.
Well,
All
it's
right.
a
Well, you
good
take care.
secondary eye to keep on the shop. It also can scream like a buzzard.
Please, not in the store.
It only does that when someone tries to leave with something.
Okay, that works. Anything else you need?
No, you do have a letter up at your door from the wordsmith.
Okay, I go and get the letter and I read it.
Uh, Welf has started a conquest of all orc tribes on the continent,
God.
stating that he will bring them all together and become the king of all orcs before
Okay.
taking the cities.
Oh, that's where he's gonna get die if he doesn't die beforehand. Okay. Uh, on my way back to the tavern, I'm gonna stop at the city guards headquarters.
That is out of your way to go back to the tavern, but okay. We will come back to you in a moment, as we'll go back to Oberon. You're more or less just at the tavern.
I have I have shopping to do. I have two items I could look for. I'm gonna see which I can find.
You can, if they're magical in property, you can always ask Rose to try and procure them. She maybe will get you a discount.
I mean, like, I'll ask her. Here, I'll write out the two items. Let's see what happens.
As you head up to the wizard tower, the half elf with the very curly hair looks back at you as she's making potions. Yes.
I wanted to know if you knew where to get a couple items. They're oddly specific.
Well, if they're rare, it might be hard. If they're common, I might even have some up here. We've been working on with Olga to get us a license for distributing magic items and potions.
They're rare, but I think one has a chance because we have a lot of dwarven clans in the city.
We can see what we can do.
So I just didn't want to go out asking the clans if they had belts of dwarven kind because that felt like it'd be kind of catch them off guard.
Oh, uh, there is a craftsman that likes to make them among, well, Ortho's father, air quotes as she sets down what she's working on, likes to have those sold regularly or sets them up as prizes for the Harvest Festival coming up in about a month or two. Mostly
Hmm.
because people want to grow beards for the winter.
Okay. Uh,
I can
the other one's kind of odd.
I can get the belt
Uh,
within a few days.
okay. The other, and I only need one or the other, is Gauntlets of Flaming Fury.
She blinks, grabs a catalog of all the magic items, and starts leafing through it.
It is very straightforward. It's like it's gauntlets to give you a d6 of fire damage on swing, and it makes non-magical weapons count as a
Yeah,
magical.
I know, but she doesn't recognize it. That's
I said it's an odd item because you know where it's from, Cameron. Of all books, it's from Descent to Avernus.
mm-hmm.
Um, because it's a fucking hell item. Well, hell idea because it does fire damage, but I don't think it's made of materials.
Seeing what it does, she goes, I could technically get these commissioned and made, or something like them, if you'd like. That'll be a bit pricey at about 10,000 coin.
How hard's the belt, price wise, and everything? Do you think?
I could easily get it for about 5,000.
Oh, cool.
4,000 if they're in a good mood and I get them drinking and flirt with them a bit.
Up to you. I have the 5,000.
Thank God, I don't want to flirt with dwarves.
All right, then don't. And they'll like start separating money.
As she'll sit there working on the potions. She does hand you some potions too.
Oh, okay.
Let me. They are potion of healing graters.
Okay, how many of them?
You are handed
Make this.
6 of them.
Okay. The two equipment. I will, without explaining, after she's not paid attention to the 5,000, I'll leave a smaller bag of 1,000 just off to the side, and then I'll just walk out.
Oh, all right. Oh, I was gonna hand him this other potion. I guess he'll come back. Uh, she set something
Amen.
aside.
Oberon will be back later. She gave me some potions. She didn't say anything else, and I told her what I needed to say. And I left the money she needed.
Yeah, she did make a potion out of some of the materials you left.
We'll come up later. It'd be awkward to walk back in now.
Fucking goddamn it.
Social anxiety for the win.
Actually, you should have Oberon turn around at the doorway. Oh yes, I forgot, and then turn around again. Never mind, and walk out.
Nope. Social anxiety. No, keep walking. Look, man. Couldn't make me walk back in a room that I just left.
With that, we'll pop back to Mr. E. Although, on the way, Mr. E, you see a proboscis monkey on the rooftops for some reason.
A what monkey?
Proboscis. You never heard of one of those?
No.
Here, I'll post it in chat. I got it.
Yeah,
okay.
Please do.
I love things. Oh, he ran away.
As it then flees deeper into the city.
Awkward creatures. Who knew?
That's a proboscis monkey. They wag their nose at it to show dominance. It's very interesting.
As you make it to the lower ring guard HQ.
Is the vice captain or the captain in?
They're currently out dealing with the fact that some people were missing their shadows for a few hours today.
That's understandable. If you could let the vice captain know that I might have some critical information that I would like to speak to her about at her earliest convenience.
If it's a report that you need to make, you can write it out and turn it in.
I
She or the
wouldn't know
captain will
exactly
read it.
how to word this correctly. I'm not sure how I would word this in a report. I would like to speak with them at their earliest convenience.
Don't you work with Oberon? He knows how to word anything into a report.
All right, I take the piece of paper and I walk away going
It's
to the
not a
tavern.
piece, it's a small packet.
I take the packet then.
As you head back to the tavern with your small packet of paperwork. You do see that this paperwork does have magic on it that forces the person to only be able to write the truth.
Paperwork. My ancient enemy, but also ancient friend.
I will
I
note that
start
it is at
flipping through the
this
paperwork, seeing what it requires, just randomly.
name, copy of your ID, which you just press your identification card into against the paperwork, and it seems to take it. Statement on the events that you need to report, what you saw, heard, smelled, tasted, felt.
I start speaking to the paper. I didn't taste any of the paper. I didn't taste the note either. It smelled like paper when I read it.
Is he talking to himself?
As Mr. E walks into the tavern talking to the packet of paper.
Strange.
There's this area for you to attach documents that need to be turned in, along with signatures guaranteeing that this is the truth, the whole truth as you know it, and that you are not trying to intentionally deceive or waste city resources.
Okay.
Oh,
I put the packet in my bag and wait for Oberon because he's out shopping. So I go to the bar and
Well,
ask
no,
Well,
Lola
he's
for a
he's
glass of
coming
wine.
down. He's down from the wizard tower.
I was literally just upstairs because we have a magic craftsman upstairs.
Oh, okay. I thought you went outside.
No, we hired a
Okay.
craftsman. AC lives in house now.
And they're trying to start up a magic shop, which will start if it starts turning a profit. Will just give a little bit of coin each month to the characters,
But
which you
yeah, I
can
mean,
forego to increase its power and popularity.
yeah, Oberon just walks downstairs.
You see
Ah,
Mr. E putting a packet of paperwork that you recognize into his bag. Incident reports.
Oberon, would you like to have a conversation over a drink?
Is it paperwork if I walk over there?
It'd be assistance in paperwork.
You've heard that before, Oberon.
Heard that many times before. All right, what are we doing?
Should we
What's going?
order drinks first?
I just put a mug on the table and it fills itself, and I just stare at him. Just,
Olga, may I have a glass of wine, please?
She gets you your glass of wine. As Sunny
I
brings
pay.
out dinner for you both.
I go join Oberon at his table. Pull the packet out, set that to the side, grab the letter out, and go, would you care to read this first?
okay, sure. So I see the thing about the orc war and him
Mm-hmm.
conquering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the problem with the
I was
with?
thinking of giving the captain and vice captain a heads up of the possible incident reports and stories coming in of orcs fighting and possible cities and towns being attacked.
Okay, that's a really short, simple report. You
I
put the
wasn't
name
sure.
of the guy. You put the name of the guy you know is doing it. You can forward a copy of the letter if you really want. You can remove the name if you don't want to involve him. It's up to you. Because you're not lying if you're just obscuring a name. Sources are do not want to be known. You include who's doing the conquest, what's happening, why it's happening, and that's about it.
As he says this, I'm doing all of it in the paperwork.
Roll me a general intelligence check. You have advantage
Does,
from the help of Oberon.
now, does he also get my my buff?
No, he does not, as he is filling out the
Oh,
paperwork.
yeah. I'll say I get a buff to doing paperwork. It's my ultimate buff.
And with him advantage gives me an extra 2, right?
No, it's a you roll
Oh,
twice and take the
uh,
highest.
yeah, 5e advantage is
Oh,
a
okay.
lot.
All right, first roll is an 18.
That's good.
It's not bad.
You have a +8 to your intelligence.
That's a 14, not an 18, then, because you have a +4. This isn't an intelligence check, it's a flat intelligence.
All right.
I was like, holy
Okay.
shit.
So it's 14 then.
Mm-hmm.
Above average.
Above average, you get it filled out, it looks well enough. It's definitely a passable civilian report. Oberon, it's passable civilian report.
Amen. It works. They're not going to expect quality from a civilian. It's fine.
Okay. All the information that needs to be in there is in there, according to you.
The name is being obscured of both you and the wordsmith, Mr. E, for your own privacies and everything.
All right. At my earliest convenience, I guess I'll be dropping this off at.
Oh,
You can
oh, easy.
technically hand it into any guard.
Oh, I was going to say, hand here. I got this. I do this all
Okay.
the time. I whistle, and my little mimic rolls up to me with his little name tag,
He then
and I'll
takes the
hand.
form of a small wooden horse and opens his mouth.
Yeah, I'll hand him the report. He's my little delivery guy.
And he takes off galloping. Wooden clopping. Like someone banging coconuts together, he takes off.
God damn it! Shut the fuck up.
The quest for the Holy Grail. It's coming, Justin. The entire quest of puns.
I swear to fucking everything. If you make my quest into fucking a coconut smashing bullshit adventure, I'm gonna be mad.
You'll be
It'll be mad in a
laughing.
funny. It'll be mad in a funny way, but I will be mad.
On my way.
Your squire must follow you dressed as a horse.
Well, I have a squire. He's a fucking goblin who's a poor guy stuck
Yeah,
doing
he.
that.
By the way, you haven't seen him since you went to the city.
I mean, should be all right. He's probably fine. I hope. Not much I can do to find him on short notice.
Um, has a guard now walks in dragging him.
I just
He looks
blink.
tired. Here's your goblin back. Sorry for keeping him. He matched the criminal description.
Okay. Does he like literally hand him to me, or like
Yes, he
is he just?
literally. This medium creature is lifted up by this large man, handed to you like a child as he walks out.
I take him and I just walk over and sit him in a chair. And I'm like, so why was a guard carrying you?
I didn't have an identity card.
Do you have one now?
He holds one up. I also
Oh,
matched my old description slightly from when before this happened as he gestures to himself being taller. Goblins
uh-huh.
evolving is weird.
I bet. Well,
So this is the
uh,
place I'll be working as your what, spy? Informant? Dirty
kind
dealings
of up to
guy?
you. Then, kind of up to you.
I'm
Um,
used to criminal stuff, so I can do that.
Narc, whistleblower.
The moment you say narc, you feel a dagger go against your thigh, Mr. E.
yeah, yep, that's about what I expected.
Oh, I was just
Um,
naming off synonyms. I apologize if one of them offended you.
so we have another guard who deals with more overt problems. So if you could deal with things that he's probably not going to notice, I'd appreciate it.
Gotta handle the ones that are need to be kept quiet or slowly just
I'd
as he drags his thumb across his neck and gotten
yeah,
rid
I'd
of.
rather. Our tavern's popular enough. I don't want people trying to sneak in back alley dealings, as it were, into the tavern.
You got it, boss. I'll also probably get the I'm a leader of the city's underground to work with me on that then. Might cost a
No,
favor or two, but
oh, face.
yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Wait, they're a guy?
Met him.
Last time I saw them, they were a girl.
They have a body switching thing. They switch as they please.
Weird.
I've seen I've seen them as both. Um, I'll hand him a small pouch of like 15 gold because that should cover basically any of his potential possible like normal needs.
He'll take it, put it away, and quickly order food and drink, paying with some silvers he seems to have gotten from somewhere. You're unsure of where at this point.
Hey man, doesn't matter where he got that money. I don't know it's criminal or not. I just want to make sure basic needs are met. Um, I mean, I have nothing else to do for today until the meeting.
All right, which will be happening tomorrow. Mr. E had told you he expressed interest in meeting Rose officially because they only met in passing when going to your demi plane.
Oh, I mean, if you want to talk to Rose, she's just making potions upstairs. Feel free.
Okay, thank you. I head upstairs.
Upstairs, you come face to face with a roughly 5 foot tall young half elf with curly red hair and very thick glasses. As she looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello, you must be Mr. E, the owner of the new magic item shop."
Yes, I am, and you must be Rose.
Correct. I am the crafter for the A.C.O.S group and the Iron Chicken's magic potion maker.
Um, I was wondering if you'd be able to make me some items.
I can either get them made or procured. I don't craft things much myself, other than potions and spell scrolls.
Okay. Because I'm looking for some things to help my strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, and all that. And as you can see from my fine garb, that's all it is fine garb and nothing extra.
I think 5e only has int, strength, and con, and even then they don't work the same.
So you want a custom-made magic item to boost basically everything about you.
And not massive boost because I don't want to spend tons of money, but yes, I would like my abilities boosted.
You'd have a better chance of getting that from the guy that sells chocolates outside of the city, from what I've heard. But we can get something made. I'll confirm what prices. It'll take a couple of days, and we will get that dealt with then.
That sounds like a perfect plan. Thank you, Rose.
I think fair context. An item that gives a +2 to con, with other spell boost is already rare. Because most items just move you to a set stat point rather than like lifting your stats.
Mm-hmm. You just essentially requested a legendary item be crafted in the city.
Yeah. I think there is a legend on the booster con to 20, right? Because it's the gloves item that
There's a
also gives you
couple.
life steal. I know there's one that I know that's a monk item because it makes all your punches heal you as you damage people.
Mm-hmm. It's a really fun item.
I never get to use it.
Yeah, gloves of soul catching.
Yeah, yeah.
Are
Bring
they
your con.
fine looking? Or are they armor looking?
They're 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 monk gloves.
They are just regular gloves. They can be they can be designed fingerless with a bit of padding on the knuckles for punching. They're designed for monks.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm looking to replace my fine clothing with fine clothing of +1 or 2 to whatever stat.
Um, we can see what we can do. I will get some crafters on it. There's bound to be at least one magical weaver that'd be willing to take this on. Do you have any strange things to offer in return to possibly make it cheaper?
I have a Sparksy that can make things.
You
Yeah,
can offer
no,
us like,
no. Your own like creature parts.
I'd like to
Ah,
buy this. Would you like to buy Sparksy?
no, not at this time. I do not have any creature parts. But I
Okay.
would be more than welcome to, after purchasing, have an open contract to provide creature parts.
That'll be a hard sell, but I can try. Well, then I will see what I can do for you. You are a member of A.C.O.S, so I do have to try to help you. Even in the instance that you're asking for something that's basically unheard of.
I understand. I mean, if the answer is not able to, I understand. No hard feelings.
What's the main stat you want to buff, Golduck? If you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one,
Yep.
my AC basically. So that'd be my
Oh,
Dex.
there's literally cloaks that boost AC. Like there's simple, uncommon cloaks. Say like +1 to AC, +2 to AC.
Yeah.
There is something called the set of protection that's in this that some people make occasionally. It's expensive,
Uh,
but
yeah, I'd go at that point Cloak of Protection or Luckstone because they do literally the same thing. They give a +1 to all saving throws and a +1 to your AC.
there's also the ring of protection.
But sorry, Luckstone's not AC, it's skill checks, and the cloak is AC. That's the difference of the two.
Yeah, I'd probably go with a ring and a cloak.
Just the ring and cloak.
What would that
Now
run me?
we can do that, yeah. The ring will cost you about 10,000, and the cloak, I do believe it's easier to find those.
I think we found a cloak earlier in campaign that was like 2,000 GP.
Yeah, it'll be about 3,000 at most.
Let's go for the 3,000 one to make sure it is of a fine material to match my fine clothing.
They usually are. Although,
Okay.
if you do collect all three of the items, a luck stone and a ring of protection along with your cloak, I can make them into the set of protection. It's a ritual, but it can be done.
Okay, and a luckstone would run how much?
Around 5,000, given what they are.
Okay. And the ring is what, a +1 AC as well, or is it plus?
It's +1 AC and +1 to all saving throws. It's the same thing as the cloak, just a ring.
Okay.
Yep.
The set of
And
protection
then
takes up only the cloak slot, but because it turns the ring and the luckstone into a clasp.
okay, and then that overall would give me a +2 AC.
+2 to all saving throws and +1 to all skill checks.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and ask Rose to acquire those items and make the set.
Alright, that'll be about 18,000 GP for the items and 2,000 for the ritual. For a total of 20.
I grab a bag out of my bag of holding and put it down and go, there is your 20,000.
She'll pick it up, move it, heft it away, and go, alright, that'll be ready in about a week.
That sounds perfect.
Oh, could you take this potion down to, well, Oberon? I was able to trade for some good materials, and I was able to brew one. It was the only one I was able to make, but
Is there a note attached to it to say what it is?
there is, but it is not written in a language you can read.
That's all I needed to know was if there was a note so I can take it down and just hand it to him. Okay.
What
Thank you, Sparksy,
Eldritch?
and I guess I'll hear from you in a week.
Sparksy.
Or Rose, sorry.
Holy shit.
I will, as you, she waves you off as she then gets to apparently contacting and casting sending on to multiple people.
And I go downstairs and I find Oberon and I put the potion right in front of him.
This potion, I will
Rose?
now describe it as it's in front of both of you, is, it looks like really overpowdered grape Kool-Aid. Flecks of silver and gold spinning around in it.
All
And
right,
what
I've marked
settles
it
at
down.
the bottom looks to be an eyeball.
What the fuck is this?
This
It's a
potion is a
potion
custom
from
potion
Rose that I was
made
going
by
to give to you.
Rose.
Yeah, but like, what does it say on it? Because you said it had writing.
It is the potion of Eldritch Monstrosity.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It turns you into a Eldritch Monstrosity for 1 minute.
Okay. I can just become a monster when the time comes. All right, sick. That's not horrifying at all.
And now we can teleport, turn into an eldritch monster, and then teleport back.
Well, no, because when I teleport somewhere, I have to stay there until the next day.
Yeah, that's not
At the
going to
very
be
least, the next
bad.
8 hours, because the shield
Well,
does recharge upon long rest.
better optic. I teleport there. I wait till the next day. I drink it. I do whatever I want, and then I teleport away before the minute ends.
But
Still weird, but
there's a listing of you do have to eat the eye.
dude, I lived in the Feywild. You think I haven't eaten worse?
Note that's the weird thing. This is written in the Feywild script.
Do I know anything about Fey potions? You have to eat an eye to become a monster. It's oddly specific.
Some Fey potions believe that eating anything more the more central the part of the body, the more powerful the potion, and the more dangerous it is to consume, as it could permanently change you.
Does the power thing seem to be true, as far as I know, of it being strong?
You have heard a few of certain Fae from certain courts ending up permanently changed from consuming certain parts. Eyes were not one of them.
Okay, you said central. I'm
Internal
assuming like brain, heart, like
internal organs of high importance: brain, heart,
maybe liver if you squint just a little bit.
liver, esophagus, technically.
Haggis.
Parts you can't live without, especially. Yeah.
Yeah. The more important the part, the more powerful it is.
I think technically you can live with like half of your organs. It won't be a good life, but you technically can.
Yeah. You can, it's just you will definitely be suffering the entire time and you'd want to die.
I think there was a study of like it was more of a theory thing, but they realized by testing it in more like show models. It was like you can totally link your esophagus and stuff straight to your intestine, and it just works. Not as efficiently, but it does.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be on a very special diet.
Yeah, but you can live, which is the
You have to
important
live on
part.
a diet of blended food, yeah. But
You can survive without a stomach. Okay. This is my emergency potion. If we are literally dying, this is probably what I'll use.
I will get you the sheet, the monster sheet you'll be using.
Kind of horrible creature am I going to turn into? I mean, I know it's going to be horrible with what it is, but like, God. Fucking Oberon doesn't want to meet the council again tomorrow. Council meetings usually never mean good things.
Da-da-da-da. But you will have to deal with it.
I know. Just don't wanna. Just don't. Again, I'm a teenager. I don't want to do it, but I will.
I have to find the right Eldritch monstrosity.
Oh God, there's multiple. I could become an even worse monster than I think.
Well, it technically turns you into an abomination, so it's just a matter of finding the right one.
You're not making me feel better here, Cameron. You're not.
Was I supposed to make you feel better? I thought I was supposed to just be honest here. This thing is not a fun thing. At least it's not the potion of cheese elemental.
I would have loved that. That would have been funny.
Oh no, it's a monster.
You know how horrified people would be if they saw everyone turn into cheese mid combat?
There's the thing I was looking for. You have the rest of the evening to roleplay out and do as you wish. Let me know if you need anything from the DM, and otherwise you will both get a long rest and be woken up early to head up to the council.
Usual meeting bullshit. Do I have to wear a suit or do I just go in armor? I have to think about this. I'm wearing the armor. They're probably gonna tell me I have to kill something. The armor's decorative. It's fine.
Dun, dun, dun. I have to make sure this. Phew.
Gesundheit.
Cameron's dying.
No, that. Well, yeah, this is it, but you don't get the legendary actions. She got some good stuff for this, so here is what you get to become. Enjoy the stats.
Is this what came out of me giving her like the horror claw and stuff? Is this what happened?
She traded that for the eye that she needed to make this.
Yeah, I figured.
Enjoy.
Fucking scary.
You do not get
What?
the legendary resistances or the legendary actions.
I don't fucking need him. What the hell?
1 minute is this.
Oh, my deck saves are ass though. Okay, that's gonna be an issue.
Your AC is also really low.
Yeah, but my health pool is huge.
Yeah? No?
Because if I actually max the health proper, how much health is that? Oh, dude, that's over 400 health.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So it gives you 1 minute to basically buy time for your party if something's too strong, or
Oh god, what does this thing look like? Oh, it looks like that. Oh god, I see it. Holy shit.
now you see why it was an eyeball.
Yeah, 'cause what other part are you gonna take from that fucking thing?
You also do not appear as gargantuan. You are huge with this. That is the other thing. You do still keep the HP. Uh, the evening goes on, though, as if neither one of you have anything else you'd like to do.
No, man. No, man, nothing to do. It's just to post this image.
You two are woken. Mr. E goes home and comes back in the morning as you both are quickly shuffled off with Martha in tow, Eris following slowly, to go up to the council. Savita is woken up and sent with you as well, and she seems more relaxed now, Oberon. The panic and everything gone.
Yeah, she can relax. I'll consider how the fuck I'm gonna kill that thing at some point. She
the cosmic horror.
no, the god.
Ah,
I don't need to kill a cosmic horror. I do not need more cosmic horror eyeballs. Okay, I do not need more of them.
you could get everyone a potion though.
Nor are we going off to fight CR18 cosmic horrors because cosmic horrors are also from space, so we have to go to the very edge of space to fight these things.
Yeah, but think about it.
Now, if I'm gonna do that, I don't want that cosmic horror. If I'm gonna do all that work, I want this cosmic horror. Fucking let me grab the image. If I'm gonna do all that fucking work, I can at least become the cool looking one.
Oh yeah, 4 of these walking around town.
Fucking because there's this cosmic horrors go up to like CR25 for the really strong ones.
Yeah,
Like they get
this
huge
is one
and
of the
terrifying.
weaker ones that was
Well, yeah,
summoned and killed to get materials.
cosmic horror and lore, I think, is like they're the cast off of like eldritch gods. They're like their power that manifests into other creatures. Because there's like eldritch emissaries and stuff that are they're like messengers to the earth and stuff.
Yep.
They're terrifying. You have to go. They literally describe you have to go to the edge of space. Whatever the fuck that means to find these things.
It means it's time for my Spelljammer campaign.
Later, not this campaign. Goddamn, this is not.
Those Eldritch horrors look like this to me.
Fucking Cameron. The
Shh.
space
The
campaign.
organization doesn't like their picture being shown.
The Space Campaign is where I play a druid because I'm gonna have that fucking living ship and I'm gonna ride that shit around.
Anyways, heading up, showing the letter, and making your way through, it's very quick and easy. Oberon, you were handed the belt on your way out. She was able to get it in a day, especially with everything else.
But also tune to it later. Okay.
As you are shown the way to the council chambers once again, the building looks a little rough now. How it looked opulent and nice before, the pillars are cracked. The upper district looks like like it was a war zone. Although you
Boy,
do see Knight standing there waiting for Savita. He looks like he lost like 5 fights in a row.
I'll say it kind of was a war zone up here. It doesn't look like one. It was.
He limps over and goes, "There you are. At least you're safe." As he leads Savita in through a different entrance, telling you all that he'll meet up and explain afterwards what's going on if you don't get the gist by the time the meeting's over.
Okay, sure. I think I know more of what's going on than they do, but sure.
As you all head inside and are told to stand in the center of the room as though you're on trial.
I
I'm not
stand
taking.
behind Oberon.
Uh, I'm not taking the helmet off. Not for this.
You see Dirk. You see Dirk. Almost all of the ASMR of the city look like they were in fights, except for Shogun.
Hmm.
As the meeting begins and Shogun is the first to speak. So, from my understanding, you were the one who stopped whatever that shadow stuff was. Staring directly at you, Oberon.
That's right.
Well, good. I was having a great conversation with my shadow, but the fool believed that destruction could be used against everyone. It's wasteful.
Just with him basically talking about, I'll wait for the next counselor since he's basically talking to himself about destruction. I don't really have a response for that. really.
Uh, as Dirk puts a hand up and shushes Shogun, going, "Okay, so can you explain how you did it?"
Um, I can explain part. If
Oh,
I explain the other part, uh, well, I guess I can put it. There's a name that the more people know it, bad things start happening.
Dark Wolf
Uh,
nods slowly. Okay, so this involves that creature then
it
that we saw.
it seems that it took over a mortal's body. Don't know who. Um,
As Knight slowly raises his hand, it was mine.
you're the one we beat into submission. I see.
Yeah, that fucking hurt.
Well, we didn't really have a choice.
No, no, I'm just glad it didn't end up killing me. Whatever that bright
Regardless.
flash at the end was pulled me out and put me in bed.
Oh, well that's an easy one. That was Do I know even from where the direction of the giant orb is?
It's almost directly above the council chambers.
I point straight up and just say that was them.
As Dirk gets it, oh, the Watcher assisted. Okay,
Yeah, she helped us out.
it's a she.
They portray as
Surprised
a,
to learn.
they portray as a she, as far as I've picked up.
Weird. We've only ever heard a voice, but it's very rough to hear it, like static.
Yeah, I've talked to them twice. Yeah, voice comes through clear to me.
It's always been clear to your entire party.
Yeah, but Oberon doesn't know that because no one else has ever mentioned they've talked to this woman before.
Eris did.
Never. Yeah, but never that it was clear and like it's never in depth. Never talked about this. Never. Well, yeah. Um,
Shogumgum did.
with the Guardians' help, I could kind of see through the shadows and get to this shadow orb in the middle. And when I entered, I saw the Guardian basically having a blow for blow fight with that thing.
So it was brought about because someone knew its name.
Yeah, and I'm unhappy about it because the seal that I had put up is basically almost shattered now.
Well, that means that if the people that know its name are put to death or forced to forget, then it will weaken again.
The name's been dealt with. I'm the only one that knows their name, but for some reason, I don't bring any negatives for knowing.
Hmm.
Don't really know how that, but
One being knowing a name isn't enough to grant power. Then,
yeah, well, two was enough. Two.
well, do you fear the being?
No, I don't
That
really
might
fear
also be a
anything.
factor.
I don't really fear anything to be. I've kind of lived through the worst in terms of a chaotic life.
Flashbacks to the Chaos Court trying to literally kill you multiple times.
The Chaos Court, basically, but to be fair, to a human and human equivalent, basically every court of Fae is chaos. The Chaos Court is just another beast entirely.
Random shapeshifters trying to talk to you and then get you to agree to give your soul up or some shit.
I've had 3 evil gods this campaign already try to talk to me. This happens a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Uh, Other than that, I kind of confirm my sword was made to fight this thing. Kind of.
As you hear Cometfell's voice. Fight anything that would endanger what was made.
Right. To fight similar beings as well.
Mm. Alright, I guess it was a good thing the Watcher told us to keep having you all grow stronger then.
Um, what else? What else? Uh, Holy water was very effective. It seemed to weaken the shadows it hit. Um, I didn't really get to see the shadow copy thing. It didn't really make a copy of me when I flew by.
Did the shadows strike out at you at all?
Once they missed, and then they didn't try again.
You were moving too fast.
Yeah, Oberon doesn't know that. He doesn't know it's a speed issue.
They only had 60 feet at most.
Hey, well, the skill issue, Cameron. It's a skill issue.
Fuck it. Alright then. Well, we have a letter for you that was sent to Shogun here by a lich,
Oh,
and we look to reward you as well as inform Savita that she will now have a place on the council with the backing of the Dragon King,
uh-huh.
as he will also be closing off borders around the Sun. Well, what is the Sun Cult's kingdom as it's slowly being known throughout the city,
Oh, yeah, because he realized they're a lie. Right.
and placing embargoes on them, which may piss them off in the near future.
I mean, it's not like they have divine backing. Should be fine.
No, but they have enough power to be worried. Aside from that, with that happening, you will all get a special bonus of 300 Vumoth points as a reward slash gift of your backer for the city's rising to full council membership, as well as her jobs will now be more weighted with Vumoth points and coin.
I'll just nod.
As such, she will also be told that she needs to design and construct a church, along with restoring any of the ones that are dilapidated in the middle and lower rings, as he looks to Savita. Also, quick question, Oberon. Who is the other one to know the name?
Are you sure you want this answer publicly?
Nothing in this room will be going out to public other than Savita's rise to the council.
I just look at Savita and I just go, well, you just said who knew.
Does she remember the name? As Savita looks at him and goes, no, bright flash of light, and then I passed out and didn't remember what happened.
Like I said, it was dealt with.
Alright, do you know how long it is till that barrier you made breaks then?
Well, it used to be 30 years. Now it's 3 months.
With the loss of the power from her, do you think it'll remain that way?
I don't know.
You can give me a wisdom check or an intelligence check. And welcome in, Rip, Martha. You are in the council chambers. It's very opulent, but the Upper Ring District looked like a fucking war zone. Still.
Shit. My int and wisdom are the same. This is not good.
It's,
You can sub out a religion check if you'd like, since it is your own power and it's based in religion.
15 intelligence.
You can guess that the time will extend, but it will never get back up to 30 years. It could be 6 months, it could be a year. There's now no way of knowing.
It might recover a bit, but it's not going to get anywhere close to where it was. If I was to be extremely generous, we might hit over a year.
Alright, we'll see what we can do with some divination magic and predicting cataclysms. There is a few things for you as he snaps, and in front of you appears a letter along with a map stating, I found the armor. The map literally stalks to you, by the way.
I just stare at it for a second, and I look up at Dirk, I look down, even I'm surprised, like, what the fuck?
That's what your lich sent us. Now you understand why we called you up here.
Am I close enough to stab the map on reflex?
Holy shit, don't stab my map, fuck you.
You technically are.
No weapons in the hall. We're in the hall of basically our nobility. Don't do that.
Oh, okay. I punched the map on reflex.
God damn it.
Rolled a hit. Unarmed strike.
Hell yeah.
You break my map.
21.
Yeah, that hits. How much damage do you deal?
8.
Oh. No, you roll a d6 plus... roll a d4 plus 4. This is not 8. That's... You're to hit. Is plus 8. So roll... Oh! Never mind. That is... Jesus Christ, that's max damage. The map goes unconscious.
You broke my map.
Oh, I'm sorry. It startled me.
With that, also, there's a gift for you all waiting... From each of us waiting outside as you get waved out by all the ASMR. Over on your... There's a box out there for each of you. Eris just takes his and puts it in his pocket for now, as it is again the style from the Dragon King, where it is one that can fit in your hand and seems to unfold.
I'll check what mine is in a minute. I'm cradling an unconscious map that was gonna tell me important information.
The letter unfolds magically as you walk out with it and reads as follows. Hello, Oberon. I've done my duty in finding the rest of your items for you. Uh, Here's where your armor is, and your shield. I haven't found it. So I think your other shield may have already eaten it, or it may not be on this plane. I'll start checking other planes, but I might need to go recover my memories too. If I do when I become evil, you'll have to kill me. Please note that and remember it. With all the love, your mentor, Master.
You know, we can figure out the shield thing right now. I turn my shield around and stare at it because I know I can talk to my shield and it can talk back.
The
And
a
I'm
mirror version of you appears, goes, "Hey, good looking."
hey there, good looking. Did you eat any shields recently?
Not recently, no. I was dormant before I met you, and then you made me eat a lot of magic.
Hmm.
By the way, have you seen my rowboat form yet?
I haven't. I'll have to. Any other ornate looking shields? Looks like it might match with Comet Fell. Anything you've
Uh,
eaten ever?
no, no. My last owner was a shield collector. He did say he was looking for one that looked similar to your sword, like it was made out of the same metal, but never let me near it. He said he was gonna banish it off the plane to protect it. Said it's something about either going to the hells or into a void.
Oh, please don't tell me it's in hell. Okay. Well, I'll figure it out. It's fine. Appreciate it. Good looking.
You too. By the way, I have to say I'm like the coolest looking rowboat you're ever gonna find. I don't need you to row for me either.
Cameron, you just really liked my old rowboat jokes as S.
Yes. This thing can also now give its AC bonus and double a ship's speed.
I made one joke about beating unconscious with a rowboat, and this is what happens.
Well, technically, King Arthur's shield in lore was also his could also become his boat, his ship.
Wait, could it actually?
Yes.
What? Why? Why?
So when
Because
your
it's cool.
when you actually get the other shield and this shield eats it, it's gonna be able to become a full man of war. Enjoy the fact.
How peculiar.
That's just the most that this shield can do is become a boat. It doesn't have the power. Little rowboat.
Holy shit. It became a magic ship known as Pridewind. Oh my god.
You didn't fucking believe me?
That didn't sound real. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're basically gonna get an airship because I'm not gonna have it bound to the water because fuck you. Magic.
Really funny. It only helps in the water. Alright, let's figure it out.
You are at a sea-based town.
Where the fuck is this armor at the map show?
It is shown to be on a small island in the middle of the sea. Very volcanic looking.
Does
As you
this
slap
island
the Mac away, I guess.
does this island seem familiar to, I don't know, an island the Pebble mentioned was covered in black dragons where he found
No,
the spear? Oh, thank God.
no, that island is on the opposite side of the continent. It's on the opposite side
thank,
of the ocean.
thank Jesus. I did not want to go to a dragon island. Fucking fair beasts have to get it back.
Are you gonna wake the map up?
I'm sure it'll wake up eventually.
It is currently unconscious because unarmed strike doesn't deal lethal unless you're meaning to.
Like I said, I'm sure it'll wake up eventually. I'll deal with it later.
Wake up in 8 hours. Good to know.
I'm really sorry, by the way. It was just reflex, I promise.
Moving on. You guys have your gifts open. We'll start at Mr. E.
I'm putting it in my bag to open at my store.
Wait, which bag?
Backpack.
Okay.
I'm not dumb enough to put it in a bag of holding.
Uh, Martha, you have a small present there. You
Ooh.
also have been hearing a whispering from your saw cleaver for feed me.
Mm.
And then it's listing off certain magical item names that you have issues understanding as they are not in a language you actually understand, I do believe. Let me double check. Yeah, no! You don't speak this!
Okay. I guess I kind of like drag my arm across the over the teeth of the cleaver to feed it my blood. See if that works.
The whispering stops for now,
Okay, that's good.
as the present still sits there.
I open the present.
As the box unfolds, with you taking the top off, into a 2 foot by 2 foot little mat, you see a book on lycanthropy, and
Ooh.
it is an in-depth book. It seems to be about the history of the disease as it is currently known.
Mhm. Mhm.
There are 4 vials of different lycanthrope bloods.
I smell him.
You can smell bear, boar, wolf, and bat.
Oh. All right.
And there is a few weapons from your homeland.
I'm excited.
A cane sword,
Ooh.
A cord, if you will.
and something that a piece of weapon that seems very broken, as the round blade at the end is shattered almost.
Mm.
You can
I
store
ins-
those away for now, as the mat will fold back up and the prison will become small again.
okay. I'll put everything in my bag, and I
Alright.
crack open the book.
As you read that, Oberon, we are to you.
All right. What are the odds something comes up and tries to kill me? Let's find out.
As you open as it opens up, you see there is a chess set first and foremost that catches your eye.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
Each of the pieces seems to be a figurine of wondrous power.
Ah. Okay.
They seem very weak. They're on the lower end, but they each will do something, it seems.
Interesting.
And after
And
being
like,
used, they each can only be used once, and after being used, they
yeah.
become a regular chess piece.
So I have 16 pawns for. Okay. Yeah.
I will list out what they do in your after you get it identified. There are a few. You find that there is another feather from what looks to be a celestial being. You can't tell which just by looking at it, so it's definitely not a solar.
What color is it?
It is pure white.
Okay. The last one was yellow. So we're going through the color schemes.
You also have there a ring and a cloak lying there. I will add these 2 items to your inventory.
Okay. Does Cometfell try to eat this feather too?
It doesn't without your permission.
Hey man, I'm not doing anything else with the feather.
Uh,
Seeing that the boxes didn't drop off huge amounts of stuff, I go ahead and will take mine out and open it there after you're done with Oberon.
there's your 2 items, Oberon. As for you, there's a few things that come out. First and foremost, there is a rod that looks to be very, very nice. There is a wand that you recognize as a wand of the War Mage. Actually, no, not that one. Damn. Why do they have ruby? There's a ruby of the War Mage. That's what I was looking for.
The equipable version. Yeah.
Yeah. And there are a few spell scrolls. There is one of second, one of third, and a couple very specific ones.
Ooh.
So 1 second, 1/3, and some specific ones.
Yeah,
Specific spell.
you have 3 scrolls of protection. Along with some books on the world's natural history and the findings of Shogun in his study of magic. Your items have been added to your sheet if you refresh, so that you can see what you have. I will list out what these spell scrolls are. As I get to the... Damn it. Give me this!
I see. We're doing a vaudeville act.
While you say here, son. There it is. The second level spell is of Mind Spike. And the third one is of... As Shogun has been dealing some very fun things. So I have to go through and through what his listing is. Summon Fae.
Gotta summon my people.
And the
Okay.
rod, if you wish to roll an Arcana check, I can tell you exactly what it is, but it is on your sheet already. You have a Blast Scepter. Which can work as a casting focus along with your book.
Oberon, this scepter seems like it would be more befitting for you.
Why is that?
Whosoever is attuned to this gets resistance of fire and lightning damage, and as an action can cast a thunder wave.
You trying to turn Oberon into even more of a tank? Because if you don't want it, I'll take it. But it is a very strong item.
And it's really good for you who killed yourself with lightning.
So yeah, Oberon, you want this?
I mean, I won't say no. I can't.
All right, do you want to remove it from my list and put it in Oberon's?
He can go at
I
it
added it.
himself.
Yeah, I added it myself. All right. It's not what I was expecting today. All right.
Right, and I deleted it from my list.
We'll attune to that later.
What did I say the second level one spell scroll was again, Justin, if you remember?
The second level was a mind spike.
Ah,
Yeah.
I'm making sure I note it onto the scrolls themselves in your inventory to save me a headache later. Eris stating that he will open his at home. I will be adding Eris's items, and so there's also in each of them a pouch of 10,000 coin.
Hey, got back the money I just spent.
Yeah,
Nice.
so
I got half back the money that I spent.
I'm adding the money, and I'm adding some items to Eris's sheet that he will have.
Also, somebody has to give me Cameron. You're a little smart ass.
What?
Fucking giving me the other two items to make the protection set in my fucking thing. I thought about it and I was like, no, I don't super need it, and I'm gonna need the money later. I know I am. Well, fucking just shoved it in the gift box. That would have been awkward as shit if I bought those two and got.
It would have been, because these were preset from the beginning, by the way. So
that would
you
have been
would
awkward as shit. If
you would have had a
I have
spare
two.
ring and fucking cloak.
Well, time to embrace and become the tank I was always meant to be, I guess, with high saving throws. All right.
I am
As
going
you
to
see,
probably
Eris
need to
has
find
a
Rose.
wand of magic missile.
Of course he does. What's up, Coltec?
I'm gonna need to find Rose.
I mean, back up in the
Actually,
tower.
no. I want to go talk to Sparksy.
Heading back to the tavern for Martha and Oberon as Mr. E splits off, heading back to his own shop. We will cover Mr. E first.
Oh, Sparksy, I have a possible fun little job for you.
Yes, what is it?
So I hold out the orb of shielding, and I hold out my walking cane.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could put the orb of shielding into my walking stick?
I could also improve the Orb of Shielding.
Which they
That I
probably
would
should.
like to see.
Yeah, because those orbs suck. They do very little.
Alright, I'll leave them here and go do what you want to do. I'll work on it. It'll probably take me a day or two. So don't do anything that you
Okay.
don't need this Orb of Shielding for.
Can't guarantee anything, but let's just hope for the best, shall we? Then I'm gonna head up to my room.
Most of what was in Eris's, though, was materials.
I mean, that checks out. They're always running out of good monster materials to make things.
Ooh, I actually run down to Sparksy again. Or yeah. Hey, I have this Ruby of the War Mage. Think you could combine that into the walking stick as well?
Well, that's supposed to attach to a weapon to make it into a casting focus, so I can. But I
It,
won't be able to do the Orb of Shielding and that.
I would say it does just do it itself, dude. You can just hook it onto an item. Like, there's no extra crafting steps. It just does it itself. It just does it.
Oh, okay.
You can just hook it to the staff like on your own if you want to. If you want to.
Once it's completed, you could probably attach it, but if I do it, I'm going to try to do something weird, and you could lose all three items, to be honest.
Slime staff.
I'll wait till you're done then. Thank you. And my walking staff is basically my quarter staff.
As Cameron prepares for what weird thing he's going to do with this orb of shielding and this stick.
No,
His
I was
quarter
making sure
staff,
I noted to
basically.
Eris what he got because I can't add it into his other items. But you do see him pull a pelt of a very high-end monster, 10 plus 1 fangs that look to be about the size of a Smilodon's fang, and 5 pounds each of mithril and adamantine.
Huh. Wonder what it'll do with it. Eh, sure, it'll be something interesting.
So he has a great number of things he can do, as we'll come back now to Martha and Oberon walking back to the tavern. Walking
I mean,
in, anything you two would like to do?
I have items to talk to Rose about now.
Heading up to Rose immediately.
Okay, I guess I study my book
You
really
can give
intently.
me an intelligence check.
Hell yeah, I'm good at those.
You do have your advantages. This is two lycanthropes.
Yes. Okay, so 6
Oh no.
and 9.
Oh
69!
no. So you're good at these, huh?
Yeah, I'm very nice at these.
Real good at these. Damn. I've been there.
The plus zero.
I've,
The plus zero life.
I've
Wasn't that originally a -1, but you got a boost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
see. We need to get Rip the int boosting item because I think the int boosting item 5 it just brings you a 19 flat.
Circle of intelligence, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Headband of intellect, but yeah.
Well, there's also the Ion Stones of intellect.
There are, but ion stones can break because they can be targeted by enemies. You can't do that to the headband. You can't do. And they're like the same rarity, so it's just as easy
No,
to
no,
get the fucking
the
head.
ions, the headband is much easier to get.
Yeah, like fucking.
Or I could have somebody read it for me and then explain me to me what it does.
It has the book has pretty pictures.
Okay.
I was like, Mr. E has high intelligence. They're a wizard. You could bother Mr. E.
Yeah, you know what? I sit on the tavern, I look at the pretty pictures, I realize that I probably don't make much sense of what it says, and I guess I go to Mr. E's
you,
store to
you know, I'm not much of a scholar now that I think about it. Looking at this book.
We will come back to you going to Mr. He's in just a moment as we pop up to Oberon walking in on Rose, who seems to be brewing potions and prepping items.
I'm gonna wait and not spook her while she's brewing.
As
I
you
was
see a
gonna do it.
small puff of smoke, and she turns to you, hearing you lean against something, going, "I'll be with you in just a minute. This should be fine. Hopefully it doesn't explode like last time. What do you need?"
I bring strange items and potentially gifts. I don't know yet.
Okay, what do you have?
I have an entire chess set of wondrous power.
Oh, I can identify that. I know what those do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rooks each act as a one-time use instant fortress.
Oh.
The bishops grant you resistance to magic purely for 5 minutes. The knights for the chess set grant you haste, or they can also grant you a phantom steed. The
Or
pawns are pretty simple. They create a basically tower shield in front of you, giving you cover.
okay, I'm just gonna leave that there for myself. I'll transport it to my sheet in a minute.
And then the king is special. Each king, when used, depending on which one you use, does something different. The Dark King, gestures to the black pieces, grants you necrotic damage equal to your own strength. And in this term, strength means level. So each hit will
Okay.
deal 11 necrotic damage, and that's for a minute. The white one grants you, it rejuvenates you. It essentially makes you feel like you just woke up. It is a one-time use long rest for an AoE of 10 feet. The queens are very powerful, and I've never seen one actually get used, so I'd have to identify those.
Okay.
Which I
I'm
can do
probably
real
not even
quick if you want.
gonna go for it. I'm probably not gonna bring this on most quests. These might be emergency items.
As she identifies them and falls on her ass in shock.
Oh,
They double everything for a minute.
what do you mean?
Out of character, this means that they double your stats. Movement speed, AC gain, total AC,
So all
initiative,
base,
and speed
all
for
base
1
abilities.
minute.
Yeah, I'm not using that till the end of campaign. Um,
This
that's my
also
end game.
this also includes your HP, but
Gotcha.
they also dispel any curse or other active effect on you at the time. So if there's anything else boosting those that are
Uh, so I'm gonna use it on A.C.O.S when they enfeeble themselves again. I got you. I understand.
each of the queens do this, along with the additive of they do everything that the other special type pieces other than the king do.
I just get a bunch of mini buffs, so wait, I activate the queen. I get all the other buffs. I'm gonna suddenly be in a fortress, and I'm gonna suddenly have a tower shield in front of me.
Nope, nope, nope. The tower shield is a pawn thing only. They do not do the
Damn it!
pawn thing.
I was like, that's really funny. All these buffs didn't give me a tower shield. It's like, okay, well, that's kind of funny,
You
but
will get
like,
the
it's just
effect
really
of haste and magic resistance, and then an instant fortress made of magic will appear around you.
okay. Um, I think that wasn't all I needed. I will lift the feather next.
I can identify that too. Just give me a moment as she preps the spell again. 10 minutes later, she looks at you and goes, "This is just a straight up angel's feather from the that is of your god. It's a fey angel, a thangel, if you will."
Don't use my own magic against me, you monster.
I was there when the words of the covenant were written.
You can't scare. Fuck you. All right. Well, that makes my decision much easier, and I will set it on Comet Film. We're gonna see what happens.
Comet Phil will be absorbing that for the next hour, as it is very magically dense.
I'll give it some time.
Anything else I can do for you? As you hear bubbling behind her.
Oh, you might want to check on that first.
She turns and rushes over, releasing some steam and turning off the heat and setting it aside, as it still bubbles suspiciously.
Do you want me to be between you and the potion until we finish
No, if it
talking?
explodes, that one is supposed. I'm trying to make a stronger healing potion. So if it explodes and it doesn't kill me, then I'm on the right track.
I don't really want to risk it killing you personally.
Well, it shouldn't explode with enough force to kill me per se. Just it's gonna be a long trip to the temples again. Veritas though will come up and pick me up. It'll be fine.
You know, I can heal you too. All right, sure, it's fine. Fine. You're the normal one, which is, I guess, concerning with you so casual about dying.
Well, I fled my home country and nearly died in the process, then saw the guy that took it over downstairs the other night. As she stares at you just straight up, blank face at this point.
Been there.
Dying would be the least of my worries.
Uh, I've surprisingly been there.
Yeah, except I don't
Although,
think the one who took over your stuff was a dragon.
no, but the one who did it to me apparently deleted all of my kind. I still don't really
Okay,
know what
so
I
much
am.
worse. Well,
I,
I
I
mean,
still.
I could try casting a specialized version of Identify on you.
I actually don't know if that's a good idea. Is it? I don't know. I know
It's
what I'm called. I just don't know what it is.
it's a oh, what are you called?
As I have to dig through our PMs because you send me so many goddamn messages.
We do so much.
It's gonna be a schminute, Cameron. There's so many Hearthstone images. Oh my god.
You started
Why is
that.
there, why is there so many?
So
Are you
many
playing
random
Hearthstone?
card images.
We did a weird thing where we played Hearthstone entirely in text brackets. It was very odd, but we did it.
I have it here. I'll
Okay. I really should just write this down. There it is. Uh, I'm half of something called a seraphim.
As you say that, Rose goes pale and moves quickly to her bookshelf. As she starts going through books quickly, we will come back to you in a moment as she has to roll a few checks to find the book. Martha, you arrive at Mystery's shop intact and are able to go in as it is open. You see some other mages
Yellow.
in there.
Hello. I'm looking for Mr. E.
Mystery, are you downstairs or upstairs?
I am upstairs.
Sparksy says, "One moment, I'll get him for you." As you receive a message, "Boss, get your ass down here. There's somebody directly asking for you that's dressed in a nun outfit and I feel awkward."
Ah, don't worry. They're safe. I'll be down in a minute.
They look like they eat people.
Don't worry. You won't be eaten. As
As
I
Sparksy then turns to you, Martha, going, "Feel free to peruse among."
Mhm. Okay, so she's picking at her really sharp teeth with her pinky fingernail. Be like, I haven't eaten lunch yet, have I? And she just looks at Sparky.
As Sparksy then takes off into the back room, leaving a homunculus floating above the
Hmm?
door as Mr. E walks out, I'd assume.
yes. Sparksy, why? Oh, Martha.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. E. Long
Please
time no
stop
see.
scaring my staff.
Uh, did I scare your stuff?
Yes, and you know you did. Please stop it.
I'm sorry, I
So how
didn't
can
mean
I
to.
help you?
Oh yes, she takes out the book. Now, I'm not much of a scholar,
Mm-hmm.
and she like inches in and it may be a surprise for you, but I'm studying lycanthropy,
Okay.
and I cannot make sense of this tome.
It has cool
I was
artwork and pretty pictures.
it has pretty pictures, but I cannot make sense of the actual text.
Okay. I can do you a favor. It's gonna
Okay.
it'll only last an hour.
Ooh. Okay.
I need you to slightly bend over like you're praying and put your hands over your face.
She does so.
I spend 2 charges of my book and I cast, where is it? Comprehend languages. And instead of self, it is now a touch. And I touch Martha.
That wasn't the issue, but okay. Martha, you can now understand all languages, which does come in handy as you start getting the list of weapons that your weapon wants to eat.
Oh. Okay.
It is asking for the traditional weapons empowered by blood of those that wish to destroy lichens.
Ah.
Things that have already fed on beast's blood.
Okay, so that's what he wants. Oh.
Sparksy, you can come back out. Martha was messing with you, and could you bring 2 cups of tea, please? As I go and get a chair, slowly set it behind Martha, pushing Martha into the chair next to the counter, and have Sparksy serve tea to Martha.
I will
And I
state that
tell
you are intelligent enough to not need to roll a check, as this is a basics of lycanthropy book,
Hmm.
Mr. E. But there are some separate notes in there from Shogun, it seems. So
I
about
don't even look at the
possible
book.
history.
Yeah, I don't even look at the book.
Those will need a intelligence check to cipher and give the information to Martha. We will come back to you now, as you said Seraphim, right? We cut back to Oberon.
Yeah, the first specifically.
Well, there's no recorded history on the first, but there are on a few as she steps over. They're usual the ones that are left are the ones of the plains and pure light and pure void. As she sets down a book that depicts them as angel-esque, but their wings look more like crystals. They aren't directly attached. It is very strange.
Which, like mine, they kind of just float behind my back, which is very odd, but
They were essentially the hands of what is thought to have created the universe. When that being left, these were left to watch over it and do as they wished. The first one is theorized to have been the most powerful and was destroyed and became what is the stars.
huh.
It's not known what destroyed it, but it is what technically caused the surge of divinity and allowed gods to rise to assist mortals. So if you're
Okay.
related to that, you technically have a claim on all divinity.
So I'm half that in half who knows what else?
If you click on that, you will see you are also half what first walked the mortal planes.
That's a horrifying title. I don't know if I like that at all.
As she flips to what looks to be a depiction of you almost. Other than the eye shape and color,
Oh,
it's the last bit of information that constantly survives the Advent, like we aren't supposed to forget.
can I? So I see this image
Mm-hmm.
of this very.
And it
Can
is a
I pull?
man, by the way.
Yeah. Can I pull out? I don't remember which one it was. It was one of them. It was Wishes, Thoughts, and Dreams. One of them had a description of my father.
Yes, thoughts did.
I yeah, I kind of pull out this book that just has thoughts on it, and I start like rummaging through pages.
The depiction and the description match.
So, like I kind of like lay the book like right under Rose's, and I'm just like Rose, look back down.
She reads through it. Wait. She pulls off one from her shelf titled Thoughts and lays it out. The description is shifted slightly. The first who walked was supposed to match every race. Every mortal race is supposedly descended from them, other than those of draconic descent.
Of course, the dragons had to be extra.
She shrugs and goes, well, one of them did kind of kill themselves to make them, so I don't blame them. Plus, they're not quite mortal like we are. But they are essentially supposed to be a mirror that allows that should someone need assistance, they'll appear at that time. Or at least their spirit will, and then assist in guiding them. no one's seen the spirit of the first one, and any attempts to bring them by magically by force, is usually rebutted, especially since the Advent. As though it's waiting for something, or unable to answer.
Um, I've had a voice in my head that knew what I was. That talks to me kind of when important events happen.
That
They gave me let me make the barrier.
that might be them. So you're a
Hmm.
descendant of true divinity and the first man. You should be
Yeah.
fucking ancient.
I grew up in the Feywild.
That explains a lot.
300 plus years out here. I lived for 18.
Oh, right. The Lich also did send me a letter on saying that he expected something to happen to the first thing, and then I haven't opened it, but it screamed occasionally as she grabs it and hands it to you.
The map to the armor.
As you open the envelope, yes, it goes, I can breathe!
He would make a talking map, wouldn't he? Alright. Hey there, bud.
Oh, hi, Oberon. What happened to
Uh,
the first map, if I might ask? Because I was told there's a bet going on between me and the Lich. Better get
what was
shredded, shot, burned.
punched?
Damn, I lost. The fucking flower won.
I think they were gonna stab it, but we were in a place so you couldn't bring your weapons out, so they punched instead.
I still lost. I guess I owe them my soul later. Or whatever I have as a soul. Weird.
Uh,
Anyways, yeah, as it unfolds itself and goes to tell you about the area. It's on a volcanic island in the middle, supposedly being there to refine it and retemper it after it was broken last time. Because this armor apparently shattered during the Advent.
how long is it gonna need to stay there?
It should be done actually here soon. And we are looking for where the shield is, but with little luck.
It's off plane.
Do you have any idea of which planes it might be on?
Uh, yes. You're not gonna like either.
I
Um,
don't have to like either. The Lich can hear us.
I was told it's either hell
Oh.
or some kind of void.
Oh. As the map then starts crinkling up. Well, my soul is being claimed. It's nice meeting you. I will probably never see you again.
I'm sure that's not true. Bye now.
As it crumples into nothing.
I know I'm gonna see that fucking map again. I know.
The other map doesn't crumple, but it seems to lose the mouth and the ability to speak.
Alright, it's my actual map. I guess I'll end off because these ones are much less important. I'll hand the three items that can be combined together. I'll just set them on a table.
Do you have 2,000 extra coin for me to? Because the materials for the ritual cost about that much.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
can
just
get
bring you
this.
the item.
Okay, then I can get this done for you by the end of the day.
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna leave the chest set with you because I trust you to. I guess I trust it up here more than in the tavern anywhere.
I mean, I can keep it up here and play. If anyone wants to play chess, they'll have to come up here to use it. Because it's one of those weird ones where you have to know the phrase to use them, and only people who constantly study magic items would know how to use them.
Sure. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't think I'm gonna use some of these until I have to fulfill my prophecy.
All right. As we will cut back, as we will do a slam cut back to Mr. E and Martha. Uh, Martha, you have learned the basis for lycanthropy in this world is apparently a cursed disease. Something that you already kind of knew, but it's been confirmed, along with it's marked as the original sin that caused beasts to rise. It became much more prominent after the Advent, and most of the records of it before are lost currently. As a proboscis monkey is looking through a window.
And as Martha was reading the lycanthropy book, I was
Yeah.
reading the Findings of Shogun.
Mm.
Shogun, which part of the book given to you, or the notes in the lycanthropy book?
The book that I got.
Intelligence check, or are you going to use your book to cross-reference things?
Ba-dum. Let's do intelligence check. See if I can figure it out on my own. That's a nat 1.
Shogun has a 30 in intelligence. You can't understand a damn word right now.
Then I'm going to then grab the Book of Natural History and read that instead.
It is the basic history of the world. Your Book of the Lost contains it, although it's all post-Advent, with notes on this is what we believe happened before the Advent, but we're unsure.
Okay, so I'm
Generally,
just going to skim
it's
through it.
well covered scenarios with some handwritten notes from Shogun stating some evidence either for or against certain things. One thing is certain, as there is a marking on the natural origin of magic. Shogun writes in there, magic is slowly vanishing as more
Oh,
it seems to be a finite resource, although vast.
hmm.
By the end of my lifetime as a ASMR, I may get to witness the magic completely vanish.
Ah, interesting. I write down a little note for myself to be able to pass off to Oberon to go, you might want to talk to your god about this kind of thing.
With that, Martha and Mr. E are able to return to the tavern as by the end of the day, Oberon has the set of protection given to him, which looks like a fine cloak that has a slightly fake color scheme, specifically that seems to have taken on from Oberon's self. And we cover one last thing. Oberon, your sword has a ninth level spell in it from the feather.
Fucking what?
Yeah, you got a ninth level spell.
I feel like I should be terrified to ask what spell it is.
Give me just a second.
We also now remove all the other protection items. Let's see. Goodbye ring. Goodbye Luckstone.
You have the ninth level spell, Mass Heal.
Okay. I was scared it was gonna be an offense spell, and I was gonna be
You
really
have a
concerned.
second one, and this one's very funny, of astral projection with the area for it to go to not locked to the astral sea. It is locked somewhere else, and you cannot figure out where.
So I'm supposed to just go to some mystery location with astral projection.
Yep, your physical body will be in no danger.
I'll do that later. Sure, why not? Are these like one-time casts or
These are each one-time casts.
unknown location?
Maz Heal gives you 700 hit points.
Oh, it's just a full party rejuveration. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
rejuvenation. Mm-hmm. Are either of you two like full up on attuned items, Mr. E? Drip.
I have one spot left, and I believe the cloak that I'm ordering is going to require it.
I
Yep.
don't have any spots left.
Okay. I'll just leave the belt that I now do not need as an extra. +2 to con. I'll wait for a while. God damn it. Bought a belt and maybe we'll give it to Eris. I don't know. God damn it. Just got it. It's already useless.
Oh, hey, you have higher AC, you have big bonuses.
No, yeah, I got a great item. I'm just kind of upset that I bought this item and I immediately don't need it anymore.
I will state that wishes and dreams seem to be more eligible now if you flip through them.
Okay.
Wishes seems to be something seems to be like your written out from your father's perspective as wishes for your life. And some have come true. A wish to find people that you can trust.
Okay.
A wish for you to protect those that need protection. And a wish for you to
Sure.
follow your own path.
That one's vague as shit. No idea if that would happen or not.
It's one that seems to be somewhat fulfilled, but somewhat unfulfilled. The biggest one, though,
Alright.
is wishing that you that you enjoy the life that you have.
I both enjoy and have stress in equal parts as Oberon. It's working.
Dream seems to be written from the perspective of what would be your mother. Warnings, prophecies, visions of the future. Only one page is fully eligible at this point, and it is of the Advent. The script seems to go off the read as though the Advent was avoidable but happened due to the folly of mortals.
I knew humans were stupid. I knew it.
And they
Hey,
tried to take what something that they should never hold themselves.
Look, Martha, you have to know, en masse, people are dumb.
hmm, I suppose so.
The few are intelligent, the majority are dumb when they're in a group.
Mob intelligence is really low. Just look at
Yeah.
Mm,
just look at monsters that are technically swarms. They have no intelligence.
I really want to make a swarm of humans monster that just lowers their intelligence to like 3.
I might do that. Angry mob.
Boosts all their physicals, lowers their int to like 3. It's
Their
just.
wisdom and charisma are pretty high, but
I
their
feel like it would depend.
intelligence is fucking gone.
I feel like boost charisma or wisdom based on like who's in the crowd. You know what I mean?
Was this mob whipped up by a bard or a druid?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's more like is
Religious
this a
fervor or
with,
fucking fervor?
is this a group of people with common sense or is this a bunch of politicians? You know?
But that is where we will end off, as Oberon has some more hints to himself.
Don't worry. Next session, we apparently get attacked. So it was supposed to happen this session, and now I have to wait for it to happen.
Well, I put it off because Eris wasn't here, and I realized against just you three, you might die.
Hey, man. Every session of our life, right?
I'm trying to be nice.
Hey, man, it's D&D.
Plus,
If you're
there's
not
a
on the edge,
reason why that's taking longer. She found something.
look, man. If your fights in D&D don't involve you being on the brink of death, is it even a fight?
It is. It's just an easier one.
Nah, that's a scrap. That's not a fight.
Oberon now technically able to fucking stand toe to toe with almost a god themselves.
I don't think that's gonna go well for me.
Just temper your hubris.
Keep in mind, God rules, they're usually above level 20. They're usually above level 30. Because
Mhm.
most gods are like, I think God avatars are very limited, or like CR 30.
Yep.
Which. And those are like mid ranking gods. I don't want to get beat up by a high ranking god who's like CR 50.
Yep.
Knocked through a wall.
But Mr. E will have an item for next week. As you
Yay.
all will have a week of downtime, essentially. You are welcome to take up small quests throughout the town. You can research, relax.
I'm gonna do two things.
You can type them out to me, that way I don't forget them.
Hmm.
I will type it out as well in chat.
What do I want to do? I have the items.
I will also state that it is finally entering fall. After months and months.
Oh no. It's a season change, meaning something horrible is about to happen. That's how this works.
No, I'd jump straight to winter because I fucked up the timing, but I was just like, you know what? Double the year length.
Oh, right. Cameron, you know how we made a joke about Bandit campaign if we wiped? Instead, it could still be Bandit. Comedy. We play not the main characters, but the lackeys of the main characters. Good or bad, doesn't really matter.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't it be really funny? Like they're like level 15 or like level 5 running around doing like more menial tests. Like they could do it, but they don't have time. They have to be somewhere else.
Go kill those goblins. We have other shit to do.
Like, so it's like they're building a settlement. It's like, okay, the goblins need to watch out, but we have to go fight the giants coming from this direction. So if you could go kill the goblins, that'd be great.
I'd be rolling a D100 each time to see if they survive.
I mean, you could. I don't think it really matters because even if they wipe, it's not like we're gonna go be the new heroes. Just make a new hero group. Like we're still.
I do also have to make sure I do that. Current VP you
Like,
have isn't 500. You were given 300. You have 100. You were at 400.
No, because I also got another 100.
he in this session he got a 300 and a 100. And he already had a 100.
Oh yes. All right.
You gave him two separate.
You're right.
Yay! I get a cellar for Sparksy.
You have your basement. It'll be done in a week.
Sparksy will be so pleased.
No, Karen, I kind of like the idea of if they wipe, it's like the idea of a party was they become the new hero party. But no, it's a new group of NPCs that take up their mantle, and we're just like when they get brought into the state, it's like, so these are your underlings. The others died while they were on a quest, but they do your more menial tasks for you.
Oh my god. It'd be
like,
interesting
do like
to run.
lower level limited equipment, so like peak magic is gonna be like green because who's gonna give their underling party like above uncommon items?
Unless they end up with legendary gear, then you might end up with some blue.
Yeah, is right. But the point is, like, we're far under equipped, we're far lower level than the main group. Like, I feel like that'd be a really funny campaign. It's like, oh, there's an army coming in, like, there's a god fighting them, but we're gonna go fight the god. You guys keep the army busy, you know? Fight with
If
the
you
rest
can
of the
keep
troops.
the army busy for 3 days, we'll be back to help.
Yeah, so like instead of fighting like the big guys, like we're marching with an army of 1,000 like level 1s and 2s, and like all right, we gotta hold, we gotta make the decisions.
Yeah, we can. I can plan something like that out possibly.
Be a really funny side campaign, and like they're both entertaining because you play a hero and we defend, or we play like villain lackeys and we're being sent on tiny quests like against the hero lackeys. We're just the fucking underlings fighting the other underlings.
I decided to
That
run
does
two
sound funny.
parties. I could do that where one's the villains, one's the heroes, and they're doing things against each other.
Like the hero underlings are looking for an item. Lackeys, go get the item instead.
I can't
All right,
wait to
I'm out
hear
for the
about the
night. You guys
head
have a
of
good
that
one.
issue happening.
Yep, vehicle tech.
See ya.
I don't know, man. I think a couple funny lower power campaigns where because there's a certain fun, and I hope you have that as a DM of like using low level monsters against low level parties. There's a certain comedy like fun of
Oh, there is.
being
You
able to
think?
not having to use dragons and shit. It's like you can use goblins for decent level combat instead of like, oh well, if I throw goblins in, they're just gonna wipe them and keep walking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm having fun with this high-powered one because I figured I wanted to see how far I could push this, and it
Yeah,
helped me
but there's a
shake off the rust really well because it lets me be a little bit loosey.
yeah, but it's like that fun, being able to play with all the low because like you never get to use most monsters CR 1 to 3 because the party out levels them too fast.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
you
the
never get
reason
to
I
use
got to use them this time is because you guys didn't outlevel them that fast. It just the power. I have the power going up as high as
because
fucking possible.
usually main characters and like party characters are like, oh, they're very gifted. I kind of want to play like we're not super gifted. Like the
If
fighter
I
worked
do that,
really
you guys will
hard.
have to use the standard array.
Yeah. Oh, we could because we'd be less like talented adventurers. Yeah, we could use standard array. That'd be real. Isn't standard array's highest stat like a 15?
16, I do believe. 15 or 16, yeah.
I think it's 15 because I think you get a 9 in standard array.
Yeah, so you guys will have just that'll be it.
Yeah,
Either I'll do
it is.
point buy where it limits you even more, where you can be highly
So
specialized in one thing.
so Cameron, it's 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, and 8.
I might go point buy instead then, because then you might be willing. Then if you want to, you can be middling in everything or hyper specialize.
Well, yeah, it's a fun. It's like, oh, you're playing wizard. Well, you're not talented. You studied for like 20 plus years. It's hard work, but you're doing it. It's like, oh, you're a fighter. You train with the army for like 5 plus years to get to this level. Like
And I'll have you guys start at like level 2 overall. That way you can.
yes,
That way you'll have a little
main
bit.
part, hero party's level 5. We're level 2. They level up faster than us. So it's like, all right,
Every one
underlings.
level you get, that is five. That'll be like 3 levels for them.
Obviously with some variance, but like 2 to 3. Yeah.
Yeah. By the time they're level 20, you will simply be level 7 at most.
Hey man, there's some funny builds that I can do at level 7 to play with. Lower level builds.
And why do I say level 7? Because that's one of the few dead levels for most classes where you don't get much.
Hmm.
What? That's 4th level spells for wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4th level spells, which I think is short range teleportation, like
Short
500
range
foot teleport.
teleportation. You get Fireball, so.
Yeah, you get that third, so you get good offense spells, but like most of your utility is like 500 foot teleports like that. We would get very short range utility, which would be very fun. Although I don't think wizard would be great because low wizard health being locked at a low level is not
You would
pretty.
have to take the tough feat.
Or you'd have to really gear because you can not do tough, but you'd have to gear defensive magic items rather than offensive.
Yeah.
Because you could gear like protection cloaks and stuff like that instead of offensive spell boosters and stuff. That might be when I do barbarian.
Wild Magic Barbarian.
No.
Wild Magic Barbarian.
I have not yet played a bear barbarian.
Hmm.
It's fun.
Actually, how would you go about building a samurai? I guess.
That's actually a class.
Yeah, you
Really?
can. There's literally a fighter. There's literally a fighter samurai.
Okay. Cool.
But if you want to do samurai proper more than fighter, I would do a kensei monk.
Mm-hmm.
It's you wear less armor, but samurai were not known for their actual good armor. They were known for like draw speed and stuff. So I feel like it's a little more fitting.
I will
Okay.
also
Samurai
state
armor.
for Monk, I'll be doing one thing differently.
What does that mean?
I hate how the key points work because you never have enough.
Okay, wizards never have spell slots. What's your point?
Well, for wizards for that, I might switch over to this system as well, where wizards will get a total number of points they can use. They're basically mana points versus, and so they can use it for whatever they want. Cantrips will still cost nothing, but so
You
they can spam out
you
cantrips. But
you could also just run what's it called? Just run mana potions and like key potions and stuff. You know what
I
I mean?
might do that as well and make them low-end items.
Either make them like super limited in what they give back, like maybe 2 key points, 1 key point, a first level spell slot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like, because it's an item of level like the main party's not going to bother. Because why would the level 10 party bother with a thing that restores a first level spell slot? Like, it's not going to help.
No, but you guys hoarding them all will be useful.
They'll actually be useful to us. A first and second level spell, when our capital was level 7, could actually save our lives.
Mm-hmm. But doing the point system, it basically you'd have each spell is worth a point. Each spell is level.
How
Spell point is level. Each spell
it's one
point is
or
equivalent to
I
their
know.
level.
No, I know what you mean because it's the alt system for spells that no one uses for casters.
Mm-hmm.
How would you do monk? Because that's already how monk basically works.
Monk would
How are you gonna?
get the additional key points of their wisdom. So they have their key points they get plus
Okay.
their wisdom.
You're just gonna give them a couple extra points, like 2, 3 extra points for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That way it's a little bit better so that they don't feel like because you guys will be
But no.
low level, you won't be running out as fast.
Yep. I think samurai armor is depicted myself as light enough that you could literally wear like the arm covers and stuff as a flavor piece because they were surprisingly light armored, other than like their helmet.
If this, let's say for some reason they throw out that none of the, because I'll random roll what the heroes party is made of, and if they don't need the gloves, like the legendary gloves, and they come across them for any reason, that could get tossed to a monk.
Oh god, random chance to get legendary gear that's specialized. That, imagine like you're fighting a party of underdogs, like oh it's gonna be easy, and you see all of them are carrying a legendary. You're like, what the fuck is this?
They're level 5 and they have legendary items. Yeah, our bosses are really good to us. If they don't
Our
need it,
boss
we get it.
Our boss said you were coming. They really want you dead.
So they gave the monk that. I'd start running, but you can't outrun them.
I don't think you understand how horrifying that is on a low monk because it does a flat 2d10 bonus damage every punch.
Mm-hmm. It's horrifying.
So you're basically doubling monk damage at level 7.
I will frontly state though that the heroes would put a rule in you can only use this in desperate need.
Yeah, I would probably make the castle grid they care less about be like random epic items they literally can't use.
Mm-hmm.
Like that'd be the wield it wherever you want. But if it's legendary, you leave it in the vault until you desperately need it for the city.
Yep. It's like if there's
Or-
a horde of 10,000 things coming, get out the legendary stuff.
Or if we're fighting for an evil boss, you can use it when you want. But if you lose it, I'm going to torture you to death. I'm going to torture you.
If you lose it, you die. And I turn you into a new item, you see?
I think evil would be funny. I could do a really cool like spy rogue build. Because that like that's for evil could be fun, right? Like spy missions, poisoning water supply stuff without being caught. Like
Oh god, the rogue Thrycreen. He's shitting in the water supply.
The classic
No.
maneuver.
I've wanted to do a rogue with a bunch of false pockets around there, like the soles of their shoe open, like hidden potion vials and stuff.
Hold on, I do have to ask. How'd you like the nod of the proboscis monkey to you, Tren?
I appreciate it.
Good.
You are now canonical in the world. I hope you enjoy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna
monkey
say.
running around.
I was gonna pursue the monkey, but I guess I was muted.
You don't want
Well,
to
I
pursue
was
the monkey. That monkey is higher level than you.
Oh.
I was about to say I want
Not
to
by
train the
much.
monkey. I want to train the monkey. So he's like level 12.
But you don't know what class he is either.
God forbid he's a max level wizard. He starts nuking off spells.
He's
He's-
here for
he's,
your God's head.
No, he has to be a monk because you cannot spell monkey without monk.
Monkey, monk. Yeah. Would he
Well,
not then be
monk
like a...
and key are both in monkey.
There
That's
you go.
True. That's true.
There you go.
However, he
totally-
does have a special ability as a proboscis monkey. he gets a bonus to intimidation.
He's totally
Hold on. Can you write what you mean, like promiscuous monkey or?
Proboscis.
Proboscis?
It's a monkey with
you
a
want-
long nose.
would you like an image of the proboscis monkey?
No. Yes.
I'll put it in the game chat.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Proboscis monkey.
I was mishearing it. I was mishearing what you were saying.
And that is a proboscis monkey.
That's a proboscis.
That is what was
Much-
peeking at you from over the rooftops.
Yeah.
Much better than a promiscuous monkey. If I
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
was saying. That's what I was hearing. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, proboscis, science term for nose. They just have big fucking noses that they wag at people.
The nose monkey.
Yeah, they're literally the big nose monkey.
Nose monkey.
They do. If it
Nose.
starts wagging its nose, it does get a bonus to intimidation and seduction,
Oh wow.
depending on your species.
Yeah,
Oh
that's,
wow.
they wag the nose to get predators to go away because which I don't think it's the nose scares them off. They usually howl while they do it, which I think is more what scares predators away. But they do it like.
And believe me, if
And
you
they
would have
wag
chased it, I
the-
would have told Trent to unmute and scream.
and a bigger nose